driven to win. I am driven. I am driven to win. No matter what has came up against me, I will take a stand. I will believe in who I was created to be. See, the world tried to take me out, but God said I got a plan and a purpose for your life. So now I must fight. I must continue to win. No matter what I come up against, I defy all odds. I change my narrative because I have the power to win. I am driven. I am driven by purpose. I am driven. Sisters and brothers, kings and queens, stand up and fight. Never lose sight of what's in front of you because you have so much work to do. Stand up and say, I am driven.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to today's show. I want to say thank you for joining us all the way from Michigan, all the way from Texas, all the way from Australia, and anywhere else you are watching. I am your host with the most, Tea Nicole. Listen, thank you guys for being here with us on this amazing tonight. You guys are in for a treat. I have a whole celebrity that's here with me, and I'm so excited for you guys to meet her. I would tell you what all she does, but I would love for her to tell you instead because I don't want to do her. I don't want to do her wrong. I want her to just come on here and just bring her energy, bring her love, bring her light because she's shining it so bright for the world to see. So I want you guys to meet my special guest. But before we bring her on, you got to do something for me. You got to like this video, you got to share this video, and you got to be sure to leave a comment so that way we can get back in touch with you or so we can say hey to you because you know why? That's how we're going to continue to get these reviews going, get these numbers up, and we need you. I need you, you need me, and guess what? We all need each other. But today, I have a world changer, a purpose pusher, somebody that is driven by her purpose. And guess what? She has a amazing story to tell. So I'm gonna bring Miss Cali Fae because she has two names. She's just like me. I'm Therese Teasley, aka Tea Nicole. She's Tianna Jones. Excuse me, sorry. Tianna D Jones. And she's also known as Cali Fae. So let's bring Cali Fae to the show, y'all. Give her a hand clap. Hi, Tianna. How are you?
Great. Thank you for having me here. I'm excited.
Listen, I'm excited to have you here because you are I call you an agent of change. You are bringing forth change all over the world, not just in your state, but globally. So, can you tell us who you are and where you are from?
Hi, I'm Tianna Jones, also known as Cali Fae, and I'm located in Texas, Michigan, in the United States, and virtually globally all over the world, making an impact for humanity to save humanity.
Did y'all hear that? She's making an impact to save humanity. She's not being selfish, she's being selfless. So I need y'all to understand what she just said. So she's making impact here in Texas, hey, and in Michigan, my home state. And so I'm glad that you are here. So can you tell our audience what type of work do you do?
So for free, I do all humanitarian work where I'm speaking virtually on all social media platforms, bringing together people for global peace. I'm a founder of a global peace movement called All Lives Do Exist, which means equality in the existence of life for faith for God. And also women's lives do exist, which shows equality for women with faith in God and having God amongst us all.
And can I tell you guys, that's how I met her. Like I seen my sisters a part of the movement, and then I was like, I want in on this because it was about all lives do exist, not just one person, but all, and then for women too. So that is something that I wanted to be a part of. So can people be a part of that movement? And if so, how can they be a part of the movement as well?
You guys can contact me at Caligirlbooks LLC dot Caligirlbooks LLC dot 2020 at gmail.com. Send in your full name, a bio, a picture, and an address, and we will get back to you, sending you an ambassador contract, letting you know that this movement is a part of your humanity as well. So we want everyone worldwide to be united in all states and all countries. And right now we have 105 ambassadors in the last 3 weeks of growth and development. So we've been growing daily.
And you said, can you repeat that email address for us, please?
It's CALIGIRLBOOKS LLC.2020@gmail.com.
That way people can get there to the right information, because I don't want them to miss this opportunity, because I feel like it's an amazing opportunity and I'm an ambassador. And so can you tell us more about becoming an ambassador?
Yes, ma'am. So becoming a global peace ambassador shows the service to humanity to spread the word, because from beyond time, we know that word of mouth will easily get a movement going to where your service can be served to humanity, showing your humanity within. So by showing your humanity within, all you have to do is come and sign up with us, and there's no fees, it's free, and you will be able to express this movement in whatever state you're in, wherever you're located, in any country, in any part of the world.
I think that's important, because so many times people want to be a part of something and stand for what's right. So I want to say thank you so very much for starting this movement and allowing everybody to be a part of it, because I notice you have men and women. You just have so many different people. So do you have to be a certain age to be an ambassador, or can anybody be an ambassador?
Anyone can be an ambassador. We actually have 3 children that are located in India that are ambassadors, but they need their permission slip signed by their parents. So everything we do is legal, but we're able to make a difference by just spreading our light and love for humanity, showing God's existence in us. And that's what we're doing with this global peace movement. We're showing that God exists within us, and we're making a difference. We're standing up for what's right in the world, and that's showing that we can overcome any life circumstance.
And I hope everybody can hear us, because I'm telling you, when they hear this, they're going to be like, I want to be a part of this. Because as soon as I saw it, I was like, I'm an ambassador for change. I believe in changing lives. I believe in, sorry about all the ambulance. See, it's an emergency. So this information needs to get out, because it is an emergency. You see that? I believe in the signs, and I believe like this is a sign, because so many people are hurting. So many people are losing hope, and they don't believe that their life matters. So I want to say thank you again for this type of movement, because we need change. And who does change start with, Callie?
It starts with us, all of us.
Not just one person, but all of us. And so I notice you have people. Can you mention some of the countries and some of the places that you have ambassadors in currently?
Currently, we have over 35 countries. We have people globally of all ethnicity and all culture, believing in all different religions, but we all know we have one God. So we're uniting, coming together, because the world needs to be a better place and have some understanding of seclusion, of getting rid of it. We want to get rid of what has happened already during this pandemic and before I was even born. So we're making an impact, and we're creating history as we speak by just showing that we can all be equal. We can all have equal rights, human rights. We can all show the knowledge and the information that God is giving us to tell each other, to uplift one another, so that each service of community can be helped one step at a time.
because it only takes one. It takes one person to tell another person, and then another person to reach another person. So I think this is very vital. So I want to talk about something because I have a clip that I want to share with our audience. And so I want them to know. So can you tell us a little bit more about you? Because you have the global peace movement going on, but it's something else. Are you a singer?
I'm actually an author of
You're an
my
author?
I'm an author, singer, executive producer of my new movie coming out.
Ooh.
I'm an executive director. I'm
Ooh.
a songwriter. I do many things. I've stage managed my own music productions. I write my own scripts. I write books. I work on science, proving God's existence. There's so much that I'm doing in the world that is just because I know it's the right thing to do to give you all the information.
Did y'all hear that? See, I told y'all she was a jewel. Didn't I tell you that? I couldn't tell you everything that she did. I needed her to tell you, but I knew like she's heaven sent. So I need y'all to make sure y'all connect with her today. If you have not connected with her, connect with her. I want to play a clip. I want to play something. So can I play it right quick for us, Callie?
Yes.
Okay. I want y'all to tune in to this song right here.
I truly believe in you, and I know a lot of people believe in you. And it's going to be exciting to watch your whole journey over your whole life.
I can see it in your dreams. Now, it seems like there is no wrong way. So you should kneel down and pray. But the moment that I saw it, I wanted to believe it. Yeah, every time you do my dreams out loud, something came over me just now. And the moment that I saw it, I wanted to believe it. I can see it in my dreams right now. Right now. Yeah, that moment I knew that God was real, I was alive, you were alive. Stop with the cries, now I know that I had testified. God knows I'm not perfect, but I know He's got the best in me. I know I'm perfect, with God I see, within Him I am saved. I know, so one moment I saw it, I wanted, yeah, to believe it, yeah, 'cause God wanted me to see what I was supposed to see, so I am supposed to tell you, Jesus is the truth. Jesus is the truth. Yeah, what? But I'm not perfect. But I know I'm not the best. But I know I'm not alive, so I'm going against the test. But I know He has saved me. I've never given up, don't give up, trust in love, don't give up, trust in love, this is love, God is love, this is trust, this is us, kingdom love, speak up, what is love, listen to the music, yeah, after all that, yeah, make it worth it. Tell God you love Him. But I'm not perfect, but I know he's got the best in me. But I know that one day you'll see. Ooh, oh, no, I'm worthy.
I'm just like anyone else. I've been abused. I've been sexually, physically, mentally, verbally abused. And, right now is a hard time in my life where, the darkness comes to the light, and a lot of people don't necessarily agree with me telling my story. And right now I'm in a hard time in my life where I want to be accepted and loved by the ones that love me. And the hardest thing in life that you will go through is knowing that no matter how hard you try, you will not be accepted by the people you love or people that you meet. So I want to tell your readers and viewers and my readers and my viewers that you have to continue to push through it and be independent with your heart, because no one can make you happy but you.
Being a global or yeah, a global peacemaker, being someone that has been or is a survivor of sexual trauma, is a survivor of just life itself, and with this world being upside down and with so much hatred and hurt in the world, it's like the people need your light now. You have to continue to shed your light for the world to see. And so through your music, I can hear, I can hear like the pain. I can hear the freedom. I can hear many different things because I'm going based off of your energy. And so I want to say thank you for just sharing your message, even though that was just a little bit. So can you tell us what brought about this change for you to start writing?
I just knew that God existed, and God told me to write it. My book, God told me to write my music. God told me to write my testimony. And once I wrote it down and I expressed it, it set me free.
Many people are not free. And many people hate to see when other people shine their light. So how has that been for you to like expose the truth? Like to really walk in your truth and do it so boldly and bravely and freely. Like how has that been for you?
It's been very hard, easy for me to follow God because I love God and I know it's the right thing to do, but it's been hard watching people accuse me, persecute me, lie on me, and many more things.
Well, I want to speak to you because the thing is, I'm a survivor. I'm walking in my truth. I'm being authentic. And a lot of times people don't want you to be your authentic self. That's why the things happen to you. But it had to happen for you to be this woman that you are today. Because guess what? If it wouldn't have happened, you wouldn't be this Cali girl. And I feel like you wouldn't have these labels. You wouldn't have all these different titles if you wouldn't have experienced what you experienced. So it's bigger than you, it's bigger than me. And I'm so glad that you are showing up in spaces. I love what you do. And I hope that people really hear this message that you have. So, with the songwriting, like when you write your songs, like how do you feel once you write your song?
Sometimes I just freestyle my song and go back and copyright it. I just follow my heart. I just listen to God and I just follow my heart and let my heart take over my body. And it's the power of God inside of me that's expressing my love for humanity, my love for other people, the love I have for myself, and the respect I have for myself. It's it's amazing to know that this type of power exists, and you don't have to just be an artist. You just got to be a human being and have love in your heart.
So, for the ones that don't have love in their heart, how can you speak to them? What would you say to them?
I would honestly tell you, you got to forgive yourself and forgive the people that were in your lives that may have affected your emotions, and consciously watch your thoughts, because your thoughts and your emotions control everything that is in your life.
And would you say they become your reality if you do not watch them? Because sometimes people can hold on to that hate, that hurt, that resentment. And do you feel like if they hold on to those negative thoughts and things like that, do you feel like they can become who they are today? If you understand what I mean.
Yes,
Hmm.
I do. I believe that there's consequences for your actions. So if you're thinking negative all the time, or you're holding other people accountable for your actions and you're not taking responsibility, things can outcomely be negative in your atmosphere. And you're putting out bad energy in the universe. So what you put out will come back on you.
So, what would you say to someone that is so always negative, and how would you promote positivity into their life? Because you just said it, but what would you say to somebody? Like, how could you encourage somebody that may not know how to come out of, like, change their way of thinking? What would you say to them, being that you are this strong person that writes songs and do your author and stuff like that? What would you say to somebody that might be going through something right now?
Find the peace within you. Look to God's existence within you. Look to the faith and hope that has encountered inside of you. And if you don't even know where that's at, find yourself a healthier environment. Remove yourself from the people that are making you think a certain way based on their thoughts because you care what they think about you. Look at a way to make yourself happy by loving yourself. Do something like working out. Write down your thoughts in a journal. Do an affirmation. Tell yourself in the mirror that you are loved and that God loves you every day. People need these things to overcome what they've been through in life. And I know I'm living proof that anything can happen. Any chance that you may get a new chance with God, take it. Take it.
Yeah, I love that because I want people to understand that you do get another chance. Every day you wake up, you can get a second chance. It's like you get a reset. God, excuse me, God actually hits reset on our life. But when you're holding on to bitterness, when you're holding on to negativity, that's all that's going to continue to show up for you. Even when you are a positive person, sometimes the negative come, but that's a part of the territory. But you should see the lessons that you're being taught each and every day. So you also wrote a book. What's the name of your book, or how many books have you written?
Right now, I've written 2 books. One has been published, but I've written other books that have not been ready yet to be spoken upon. But the book is called Cali Girl. How did you make it in the treacherous streets of Detroit? And that is my life story, showing from all my emotional pain, different awarenesses, and my growth and development. And it talks about, from birth all the way until I was 24 years old. So it gives you a main idea of what has happened in my life, but also going to the state of Michigan at 18 years old with no family, $10 in my pocket, and a week's worth of clothes, and dating the wrong person over MySpace, which is the internet, and getting catfished, which is actually being lied to about the person that actually is, you're going to meet. So that's what happened to me. And I was able to stay in the state of Michigan after that with no family, meeting people through my journey. And God was bringing the right people in my life. And I had been through different parts of Detroit, the west side, the east side, downtown. I was walking around. I was sleeping in the people mover. I was, staying up all night, on off of Gratiot Avenue, and I wasn't on drugs. I was just trying to survive. I was just trying to make sure I had a place to sleep. Went through changes of being in the McCrest program, which was the homeless shelter program in Macomb County. Went through all different types of different abuses that it was like history was repeating itself for me. Had gotten raped in Detroit, was living off 6 Mile and Gratiot, Davidson. I mean, there's so many different things I went through, and I actually was physically down in Detroit in different areas, living there and being a part of somebody else's story. Cali Girl, how did you make it in the treacherous streets of Detroit? And it was a long, it was a long adventure. And I've seen many parts of Michigan from it, many cultures, many diversity, seeing how things are still segregated. I've learned a lot of lessons down there. So I have the knowledge to make things better in the state of Michigan. It's just about now, do the people want the help? We can't hear you. You're muted.
I said, are the people really, really ready for change? Is this what they really want? That's why I'm glad you started the movement. I'm glad you're speaking up and speaking out. Being a longtime resident of Pontiac, Michigan, the thing is, I actually left my comfort zone. That's where everything happened to me. And so I spoke up where I was at. So the thing is, I sought after change and I'm being changed. So I love the fact that you said that. But are they really ready? If they not, they will get ready. I feel like the more you speak up, the more you talk, the more you write music, the more you be the example, the more you shine your light, the world will see it because they are just waiting for you and others like you to spread their light. Because again, we living in days where a lot of people are afraid to talk about God. So I'm so glad that you talk about God. That is your mission. You have allowed God to show up and show out through you. And I want to show our viewers something else that you have. Because you said something. Didn't you say you are a director? Didn't you say you write movies or you made a movie?
Yes, I'm an executive producer. I'm the owner. I found the funding through investors. I'm self-made. I did everything on my own, but it wasn't. I had God the whole time, even with the book, even when I transitioned after that. And I was also in Pontiac too. And I was at the Turning Point program because at some point I just kept getting in trouble too. I had 2 DUIs back in 2014 and was transitioning, changing my life around. And then I got into more trouble after that up until 3 years ago. So it's based on learning your lesson, learning who to be around and who not to be around, and watching what you do and being accountable for it all.
Can I say something to you? And this is coming straight from my heart. Just listening to you, I did not know you before this interaction. I met you briefly on Facebook, but that's it. See, this is why I hold this space. I hold this space for individuals just like you, for you to come tell your story, for people to get a better insight onto the things that you do and why you do. Because so many times we can look at people, try to judge them based off of what we see, but not knowing their heart, not knowing their intentions, not knowing that they have a true, sincere story to tell. Because your story and everything that you have endured is meant for somebody else. Because you said something. You said, I'm self-made. Like where you are is where I want to be. I need to link up with people like you. Like I've been doing things all of my life. Survivor. I've been in victim mode for too long. So you said something, you messed up, you did a couple things, but the thing is, you overcame for yourself and for people around you that are going to attach to you. So that's the thing, Tianna. I thank you for this conversation because, like I said, I met you on Facebook. didn't know your story. But this is why we do the things that we do, because it's bigger than us. So I'm sorry I go there because I know God, and I know God brought us together for a reason. Now, what the reason is, we're going to continue to allow him to work. So I can't wait for everybody to see this video, to get an understanding and an understanding, because sometimes we can see but we don't understand what's taking place. Like, I love how God is using you, raising you up, and allowing you to become this amazing person that you already are. Think about it. Like, you've been through so much. You said your life story. Let's play this video about this movie, because I can go on, and it's not about me. But I know when I see a good thing, I speak to the good thing. And I want to say thank you for not giving up. I want to say thank you for raising the bar. I want to say thank you for shining your light. Thank you.
Thank you.
To be continued, join us on The Driven Show with your host, Tea Nicole, and our special guest, Cali Fae, for part 2.